Welcome back to the OBR YouTube channel, and welcome back to our top stocks to watch this week series. In this video, as always, you already know what we're going to go over. We're going to go over the fundamental drivers in this upcoming week, the technical analysis, as well as the earnings in the S&P 500. Without any further delay, let us get right into this week's watch list. So we're going to start off this week with our macroeconomic news, our fundamental drivers, which is just Monday, 10 a.m., Fed Chair Powell is going to speak, and Wednesday at 8 a.m., Fed Chair Powell will speak again. Besides that, we have no other news for this upcoming week. And as you can see on screen right now is our earnings in the S&P 500 for this upcoming week as well. So as always, we're going to cover the indices first, as we usually do. And we had a very, very important week on indices in this last week. As you can see by looking at the 4-hour chart, we obviously had a very, very impulsive move off of this low that we had here at 417, just about 416.75, where we then made a very strong move to the upside, breaking above this downward trending resistance line, which is what we've been riding since we started this correction, and breaking above our significant high at 440. That is very, very important. So with that being said, it is very likely that we are transitioning at least into a temporary bullish period. That is due to the fact that we are making these new highs, and we have been consistently making higher lows here, right? From this low, we made one higher low here and then one higher low here. So does this mean that we're going to V-shaped recovery? It's completely possible, especially on SPY. We know that SPY does like to do that, has a tendency to do that. But it's also possible that this correction is actually much more dragged out because things are still very uncertain, where we may see something like this, followed by another move to the downside, as such. So I don't want to say we're completely out of the woods yet, but it is very likely that we will see a bullish period play out in the short to mid-term. That being said, if we do go to make all-time highs, I would really not be surprised. Looking at QQQ next, obviously it's going to look very, very similar. Broke above this significant high at 350 after, again, a very impulsive move to the upside. So that's all that I'm really looking at on QQQ. My next resistance level is at 356. And then to bring up my next resistance for SPY, we are looking at the 447 level, 448 on the high side. And also this level here at 457. If we do make a move above 457, I will say the likelihood of going and reaching all-time highs with our next impulse wave is very, very likely. Moving into some individual equities, Boeing has made a very, very nice recovery after temporarily breaking to the downside of this downward trending channel. And if you did take a short, unfortunately this did stop you out, it did fake out to the downside. But that being said, we do see Boeing quickly recovering here and moving our way back up to the high of this channel. So we'll see what we do around this middle point highlighted by the blue line. Perhaps we come down a little bit, but I do expect Boeing to find its way back up to this upper resistance line and break, if not bounce off once again, as we have done the last couple of times. Apple has a super interesting chart. We recently made a new bounce off of this multi-year support level. So we started the support level back in September of 2020, touched it in March of 2021 and June of 2021, and now just recently came back to test it. As soon as we tested off of it, this actually would have been a great indicator for SPY because we know Apple is a very large holding in SPY, but we made a very, very fast recovery after retesting that level, like one candle, and then we were off to the races essentially. But this is very, very bullish for Apple. That retest combined with the breakout of this resistance line that we have here, I would definitely be keeping my eye on Apple for longs, especially that we invalidated some resistance levels that would have held us up. There's not too much, not too much resistance to the upside. Bitcoin is still unfortunately riding in this triangle that we have been in. Let's go into a daily chart so we can see it a little bit better. Bitcoin is most definitely still bullish, and the crypto market this week did actually quite well. So I'm keeping my eye on Bitcoin. I'm keeping my eye on cryptos because it seems like things might start to get exciting again. I was talking to my colleague recently, and I said I would not be surprised if this is the start of the next impulse wave to the upside. So we're in this triangle. I'm looking for a breakout of this triangle. Regardless, prices may obviously chop around in here for a little bit more, but I'm expecting a break to the upside, a confirmation of this level, and then a continued move to the upside, in which would most likely take us to all-time highs on Bitcoin. Looking at AMD, I would not say we are out of the woods yet on AMD. We are retesting the high of this support channel, not yet able to break it. If we do break above this and above this resistance line, I will most definitely become bullish on AMD. But until we do that, I am bearish. Microsoft also breaking out. As you can see, a lot of equities are looking bullish, which is good news if you're a long-term bull and you are, dollar cost averaging into some positions during this correction, which is what everybody should be doing. But Microsoft does look to be very, very nice now. We broke above this resistance line that we've been holding since February, and I'm expecting Microsoft to continue, perhaps come back down, retest this level, but absolutely expecting it to continue. NANO had a beautiful run this last week after we broke out of this very long-term macro resistance line that we've been riding to the downside. We had a very impulsive break of this level once we reached the 1 level of our fib extension from our first impulse wave to the downside, which is very nice to be aware of, just keeping in mind our Fibonacci relations. But I think that NANO is just getting started. We know on this channel and in OBR that we are avid fans of the NANO coin, of the NANO project. So I'm absolutely expecting NANO to continue. This pump was due to increased buying pressure, so I will expect to see another squeeze of some kind and take us to the $3 range at least, but this could obviously go much, much higher. NVIDIA is at resistance right now. If we do break above this level, I will be bullish. But as we saw, I am slightly bearish in AMD, so if we do break above this level, it'd be bullish for both things. As we know, the semiconductors are positively correlated and move together, but not quite yet bullish on NVIDIA, but it does look to be priming itself up for a move to the upside, should we break out of that resistance. And we know Bank of America does very, very well with higher interest rates, so I'm keeping a very close eye on Bank of America. If we break above this, support turned into resistance level and, this micro resistance level, I will be looking for calls in this upcoming week on Bank of America. I think this looks fantastic. I'm actually going to place an alert right now. Once we break above this level, above 43.12, I will be very, very bullish. But keeping a very close eye on this. I'm a big fan of trading Bank of America. I think this will perform well. So just a very quick weekly watch list for you guys, some top stocks to watch in this upcoming week that we are keeping an eye on, as well as that fundamental drivers that we have in this upcoming week, Monday and Wednesday, Fed Chair Powell speaking, and then the earnings. So be aware of all of that, guys. I hope you have a fantastic trading week. I hope you lean into your edge and maximize your gains in this upcoming week. I hope this video taught you something. If it did, please like and subscribe if you are not already. And as always, on behalf of everyone at OBR Investing, happy trading, and I will see you in the next video.